What's going on, guys? It's Andy here. Welcome back to Painfully Honest Advice. So originally, I was going to go ahead and make a video on how I plan to go ahead and make $1 million this year and share with you guys all the different ways that I go ahead and diversify. But I thought it would have more value to go ahead and share with you guys if I had $10,000 right now to go ahead and start, how I would go ahead and invest that money. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys about 6 different ways to go ahead and invest $10,000. Now I will go ahead and give you guys a breakdown as well as far as splitting up that $10,000 in the different investments. But I'm going to start off with probably the riskiest investments, but the higher the risk, the higher the return could be. Now, I will tell you guys, this is not financial advice, so invest at your own risk. These are just different ways I like to go ahead and diversify. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. Now, the first one is going to be by investing in the stock market, but investing in 10x stocks. Basically, investing in growth stocks that can go ahead and give you at least a 10 times return in 5 years. That's pretty aggressive when you go ahead and consider the actual investment and by investing in the stock market. So these are going to be names that are going to be really high risk, but these are going to be companies that are really looking to go ahead and innovate or change the way that we do things. I mean, this would be like investing in Amazon 5 years ago, or investing in Apple 5 years ago, or even investing in Tesla. Now, these stocks are hard to come by, but these stocks are basically revolutionizing the way that we do things. Some of the names that really come to mind is going to be Tesla. I believe Tesla has a lot of potential in the next 5 years. They can go ahead and 10x. Now, other names are going to be companies like Lemonade that are looking to go ahead and disrupt the insurance industry, and other names that I can think of is like Teladoc, that's looking to disrupt the healthcare industry, Peloton, maybe in the fitness sector. But I did go ahead and previously make a video, and I believe it's probably one of my last videos here, as far as my overall total portfolio and my growth stocks that I believe will 10x over the next 5 years. So if you want to go ahead and find out a little bit more, go ahead and check out one of my other videos around that. But that's going to be the first way, investing in growth stocks that can go ahead and 10x over the next 5 years. Now, this is going to be probably the riskiest. And then going into the second one here is going to be probably just as risky, but that's going to be investing in cryptocurrency and specifically investing in BTC or Bitcoin. Now, here's the thing. Investing in cryptocurrency and DeFi is the next stage here. I believe in the next 5 years, Bitcoin is going to go ahead and multiply at least 10x. Now, this is a really big risk overall because at the end of the day, yes, Bitcoin can go ahead and go down to $0, but I believe it's highly unlikely as more financial institutions are really just getting involved. But by the time this video comes out, it might be higher or lower. But I do believe over the next 10 years, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, some of these other cryptocurrencies have the chance to go ahead and 10x. So this is going to be the second way. Now, what I like to go ahead and invest in is I invest in Bitcoin, I invest in Ethereum, and I invest in Chainlink. Those are basically the 3 main ones that I like to go ahead and invest in. But again, invest at your own risk in something like this. But if I had $10,000, I would go ahead and probably put some money into this bucket as well because the returns are too high not to be diversified in this sector. So that's going to be the second sector. Now, going into the third one, and this is probably going to be risky as well, and that's going to be by opening up your own business. Now, by opening up your own business, obviously there's a lot of hard work that comes down with that, but you can actually become extremely successful, and it's a way to go ahead and make income and eventually go ahead and make that as residual income. Now, there's many different ways to go ahead and open up a business. You can open up an online business, you can open up a retail business, or you can just start a channel on YouTube, get monetized, and go ahead and start making money that way as well. The only thing with any of these is it does take a lot of work upfront to go ahead and start your own business. So this is something that's not passive because at the end of the day, you are going to have to go ahead and work in the business to go ahead and grow that and then stay consistent with it. And along the way, figure out what's working and what's not working. So this is another way that I would go ahead and look at investing because at the end of the day, the returns in opening up your own business can be extremely lucrative. Now, jumping into the fourth one, and this is going to be a little bit safer, but that's going to be by investing in real estate. Now, investing in real estate is probably one of the best ways, safety-wise, to go ahead and get a return. I just recently bought a duplex myself, and this is something that I'm basically looking to go ahead and grow myself. But I'll tell you guys, if you're looking to go ahead and invest, with $10,000, you can actually go ahead and start with something like a FUNDRISE, which is an app that lets you go ahead and invest in actual real estate in the meantime, go ahead and start saving more money to go ahead and actually buy an actual property. But I do like FUNDRISE. That's another app that I go ahead and use and I invest with, because they actually invest in actual real estate and you're a part owner in these properties that they go ahead and invest in. But at the same time, I would probably go ahead and start saving up, keep my money there. Once you have enough money to go ahead and buy a property, then actually go ahead and invest in an actual real estate property. Now, depending on where you are, yeah, you might be able to go ahead and buy a property and go ahead and fix it up by putting down a $10,000 down payment, but that just depends on the market that you're really in. Some markets, I mean, that might not even be close to buying a property, but that's why I would probably focus on maybe investing in an app like a FUNDRISE to go ahead and save up in the meantime. So this is going to be probably one of the safer ways. So that's going to be the fourth way on the list. And now jumping into the fifth one, and this is going to take us back into the stock market, but this is going to be a bit safer of a strategy, and that's going to be investing in dividend growth stocks. Now, what's the difference between this and growth stocks? Basically, with dividend growth stocks, these are going to be companies that have been paying out a dividend consistently and has been growing their dividends for at least the last 25 years, which is actually considered dividend aristocrats. By investing in companies that are considered dividend aristocrats, and I recommend if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and just Google it, because you'll see all the different companies that are dividend aristocrats. But these companies have all been growing their dividends and have been paying out their dividends for at least the last 25 years. Now, this is going to be a bit of a safer strategy, because all these companies are a bit safer, and that's why they're considered dividend aristocrats, because these companies have been consistently paying their shareholders a part of the earnings every single year for at least the last 25 years. Now, there's many companies that are considered dividend aristocrats, but with this strategy, this is basically a strategy to go ahead and focus on long-term income, because these companies are going to pay you out dividends every quarter. And additionally, with these companies, they will grow over time as well. Now, I have a bunch of companies that I go ahead and invest in. In my stock portfolio video, I did go ahead and share my dividend stocks that I like to go ahead and invest in. But this is going to be another way that I personally do recommend. Now, the last one is going to be a little bit of a twist here. But the last way I would go ahead and invest $10,000 is actually by paying off your debt. And the reason for that is because when you have outstanding debt, let's say you have credit cards that you're paying about 20% interest on, you are actually saving a lot of money by paying off the debt early. Because if you, let's just say, owe $1,000 on one of your credit cards and you're paying 20% in interest every single year, you're paying about $200 just on that $1,000 in interest that you can go ahead and save. So personally, this is another way that I think is a great way to go ahead and invest the $10,000. By doing that, you're saving a lot of money down the road. And as you go ahead and make more money, I would go ahead and just start looking at diversifying in the other ways here as well. So these are going to be the 6 different ways that I would personally say to go ahead and start investing and to go ahead and invest $10,000. Now, in my opinion, I would go ahead and probably split up the money to invest a little bit more money in higher risk things, because at the end of the day, you have a higher chance for a bigger return. So what I would probably do is I would probably go a little bit more aggressive on investing in the riskier side of things, meaning that I would probably split up the money, invest maybe about $4,000 into growth stocks, $4,000 into Bitcoin, maybe have about $1,000 that you can use to go ahead and maybe learn additional trades or open up an online business or even start YouTube. And then with the other $1,000, maybe invest in dividend growth stocks. By diversifying yourself and investing in these different things, it's the best way to actually get involved. And as you go ahead and figure out which one actually works and which one you like doing, you can go ahead and start focusing on that and just narrowing down on that. But guys, these are all different ways that I actually go ahead and invest myself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And this is what I would recommend for anybody looking to go ahead and invest $10,000 right now. Now, if you like content like this, or if you like anything about investing or the stock market, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now, if you are interested in trading in the stock market, I do have a couple of affiliate links down in the description below. If you want to check them out, it does help the channel out. But thank you again, guys, for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys at the next one.